There's been a lot going on to the bridge this summer, with players been frozen out, plenty of new signings and a new manager tasked with sorting it all out. Despite already having 54 senior players on the books at the club, Chelsea now agreed a deal for Atletico Madrid forward João Felix. The Portuguese forward returned to the bridge on a 6-year deal, with Conor Gallagher moving in the opposite direction. Joining us now for more on this is 2000 FA Cup winner with Chelsea, Mario Melchiot. Mario, very good morning. How are you?
Morning, Mario.
Good morning, guys. I'm very good.
Brilliant. Mario, help us, my friend. What's going on?
I'm asking myself sometimes too. These guys are moving too fast for everybody. I think, when you move so fast, it's almost like they don't like to take a moment to really sit down, because every time there's someone new coming in, every time there's something new is changing, and they also have to remember, for everybody, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're in a squad and you have a new player coming in all the time, if it's a whole new bunch of people, you always have to adapt. And I think sometimes they're not familiar with how long it takes for people to adapt. And this is going to be a big problem for Maresca.
Mario, what do you think that it would be like in the dressing room, or dressing room, should I say now, at Chelsea, in terms of the atmosphere? There's players coming and going. Nobody can be sure of their position, really, can they? Anyone at any time could get a tap on the shoulder saying, they want to see you. Want to see you upstairs after training, and you might be thinking, wow, all of a sudden I'm off.
Yeah, because you don't know what's happening. Like, even look at Sterling. He joins the training on a Friday, then the coach comes to tell you on a Friday, when you feel like you did the preseason well, now he tells you, like, listen, I might have to change your position because I'm attracting newer players. Neto comes in, boom, everything changes for the kid. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying like that Chelsea doesn't have the ability, or not allowed to have the ability to change the player, but at least, you understand, don't put fear in your players, because now you're going to put fear in people that are there, and you're going to put fear in people who are coming to you. And so if you approach a player and now he's looking at, like, what are they going to do with me next, you end up being a club that people don't want to join. And I don't want that, because Chelsea is way beyond that. And they have to be careful with that situation.
Mario, tell me, where are you with the manager, Enzo Maresca? Are you leaning towards the side you've got sympathy for him? He's come into this place all of a sudden. I know 54 players, well, that's been well documented, but his squad will probably be, 27, 28, 29, 30, far too many anyway. Or do you feel he kind of knew what he was getting himself into?
I think it's more like he knew what he was going to get himself into. Why? Because taking the job, you know what the club wants, right? They wanted someone that they could be in his ears and also guide him a little bit in the direction they wanted to go. Because, if you let Poch go while he's getting to, at the end of the season, he was getting to a momentum where things started to move around the way he wanted. And then you still go for something new. That means that the person that comes in knows that he has to settle the ship again and plays his own formation the way he wants to play. And that's what we saw on Sunday. Sunday he plays a game against a coach that he knows better than anybody. So then you play the game, and then you expose yourself in the middle of the park that much and getting outplayed. I was a little bit surprised in that situation. And also, why does it take Chelsea so long to sign or get a competition for Jackson? You understand? Because you need goals. Regardless of what you're doing, you can buy so many players as you want. But guys, they cannot bank on Palmer again and waiting for him to open up and score so many goals, because we don't know. You understand? You need a striker, and let a winger like Palmer enjoy himself and add the goals that he should be, but not putting so much pressure on the kid and expecting him to do the same season again.
I'll tell you, just a quick one, Mario, before we're out of time. I want to ask you, if you're a Chelsea fan right now, how are you feeling with what's going on? Ben Chilwell been left into Chelsea squad for the Europa Conference League playoff, as has Raheem Sterling.
I've been in that situation, player as well, and it's the worst feeling. Like, I had moments when I walked into a dressing room when I was at Ajax, and sometimes my shirt wasn't hanging there, knowing that you were not going to be part of the team. I knew I was going to leave because Chelsea and Ajax going to be. I was going to go to Chelsea. But at that point, when things like this happen to you, I'm telling you, your heart is broken, because as a player, emotionally, we are hurt. And we feel if it was the other way around, it would have been maybe a normal case. But when you do it, people jump on you. But now the club is doing against you. You're always losing. The only thing, I think, the best advice I can give a player is keep your mouth shut and let your agent talk. Don't do the talking. Stay out of it because you're never going to win. Let the agent do the talking. That's his job.
Absolutely. Mario, great to talk to you, my friend. Look after
Great
yourself.
stuff, Mario.
Hopefully we'll see you soon.
See you soon, guys. Have a good one.
Take care, mate. You too. 8:15. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.